Oh, of course I set it over there. What are you doing? Don't be playing in the bathroom. You saw me cleaning your messes, right? We gotta get your cards ready too to mail to your dad.
Why?
Are you gonna draw him some pictures on these?
Yes. Can I want to
Do one at a time.
This one first. It's the happy birthday.
Okay, well come here, because I don't want you to rip it.
It's the happy birthday one, see?
No, this one is best dad ever. This one's happy birthday. This one's for Father's Day. This one's happy birthday.
So I want to do this one first.
For Father's Day? Okay. Hi, Maya. How are you?
Who are you talking to on there?
I'm saying hi to Maya.
It's
Okay, so go get a couple markers. They're in the bottom of your thing, and you can draw the picture.
And what does this come with?
How are you? Give me 1 minute. I'm just about to do the reading, so if you stick around, I will do Aquarius just for you. I'm getting ready. This is going to be for June. Where did you go? Was it your surgery? I saw you yesterday, but I was in the garden and I didn't get to stop and see. Where is my Why did you have to fix your channel? What happened? I don't know where. What happened to it? Oh, what are you doing there, kid? Okay, well put that stuff back up because the idea is that I cleaned it so you don't trash it. I just spent the whole day cleaning my kid's room. I have no idea. It was made as a kid account. Oh, no. Oh, well, because you're young, right? So you've had it for that long? So you could only post specific stuff? I did not know that. I don't know what mine is. I'm assuming it's not a kid account, but yeah, way to go. That's fantastic. So today, I'm going to be pulling cards for June because I was out in the garden for 2 days messing around. And as it's coming to the end of May, we want to get ready for June. Plus, I'm going to have to clip all of these videos. The good thing is the garden ones I don't really get a clip from. Because not much happened there. Maybe a couple, it's just me getting stuff ready. Starting to warm up, getting ready for everything to go well. I'm moving, getting things done. Not moving, like physically moving, but getting ready for summer because the kiddo, well, you know how she is. So I think how we're going to do it, if you're going to stick around, I will do Aquarius. And then we'll do Pisces next because it's just easier that way. And that should be the whole 2 hours, Aquarius and Pisces. And as long as I mark it off, it should be easy to cut out from each of the things. Miss Grace is in her bedroom. I cleaned it all day. I spent all day cleaning it. I don't think you know. That kid makes a mess. Come say hi to Amaya.
Hi, Amaya.
Show her your new glasses.
Look. And this is my marker.
And your marker, are you going to use that to draw for your dad?
Yeah, he's doing so happy.
Okay, you want a couple pencil crayons too? Do you want to use a couple of these to draw for him?
They're yours. And
only these ones though, okay? But you have to put them back in when you're done. I know, she's definitely cute. Why do you give me your phone? So they literally came up with this toy. Okay.
And then we will.
My kid is obsessed with this one.
And it works.
So she's been hitting the button over and over and over and over, and I was like, I'm gonna kill you. All right, draw your picture for your dada. Focus on what you're doing. So, here's your marker. Make sure you draw him a good picture, and there's your pen. So I cleaned my coffee table, even though I clean it every day, but I had to like get it because it's like the glass that sits in the wood. So my kid gets stuff all in the edges there. Oh my God, it took me like an hour. No, it didn't take an hour. It took forever. It was gross. It was gross, and I was so mad. So we're gonna start with June. We're gonna start with Aquarius just for you, since you're here and you got your new channel. We gotta celebrate. You made 2 channels. Vishva Singh, good afternoon. Is it good morning there? How are you? Welcome, welcome.
Mom?
I'm about to do Aquarius.
Mom.
What?
Can this go down below?
Yeah, but you gotta finish coloring on it. And then we gotta say to your dad, Happy Father's Day. And then we'll sing a singing one. Oh, good. I love that. Yeah, I don't think you want me to sing. All things Miss Priceless. Ooh, I love it. Hello, how are you? I'm from Canada. How are you?
Good.
I'm about to my kiddo says good. I miss you too. I didn't see, because people just pop on in and out. You never know if people are like just gone for a reason, if they're on vacation, whatever. So I don't ever worry until there's a reason to worry. Thumbs up, done. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. My goal, this is 30 days in May, so we are what day is today? The 25th. The 25th. So 25 days in. The goal is to hit 500 subscribers while I help everybody else get unstuck. From India. Fantastic. I talk a lot about alchemy and motion, learning how to take the bad, turning it into good. Emotional awareness, processing the tools. So even when I pull cards, I'm pulling the cards to talk about ways you can show up more grateful, more happy. What, baby?
I want something chocolatey.
There is nothing chocolatey. Your treats are in that basket. That's all you got. We have to go shopping, but we're not doing it till Friday. I think you got all the treats already. You found all the stashes. My kid is a little, UK, fantastic. Hi, Raisin. Tiff's channel is so special to me. Aw, thank you for that. I hope to be special to lots of people, because the goal is, can I speak Hindi? Oh, no. And honestly, listen, it's not that I wouldn't try, but I need you to understand, I would butcher the hell out of it first. Go to sleep. Why? Who has to go to sleep? It's early here. It's only 2:15. I don't know where you're at, but if you're up that late, then yes, you should go to sleep. Absolutely. Don't make messes. If you trash that room after I just spent all that time cleaning it, we're gonna fight, kid. Do you want to fight? Yeah, sure, you try it. Yeah. So if I butcher it, are you gonna be mad at me? Because I'm gonna butcher it for sure. I don't know how to speak it, so you have to tell me what to say. And if you're telling me bad things, then I'm going to be mad at you. I don't want to be getting in trouble today. So we're going to do them a little bit different. And as soon as I get my crap together, I'll explain a little bit. But then, 1, 2, I'm missing one. I'm missing the one that I like. Oh, right here. Okay. All right. So, we're starting with Aquarius. I'm going to, whoa, why are you whining? Don't start whining, because that's not what we're doing. So, if you're going to do that, then you have to go outside. Or you can watch TV nicely, but you're not going to start whining. This is my 2 hours, and you know that. So, you have your space there. Look. You have them there. Your treats there. Why are you crying? You have more candy than any kid I've ever seen in my life. I don't want to hear it. So you can do that, or you can go outside. Hi, Goga, how are you? Oh my goodness, a whole raid. Trini, how are you? Trini, I almost got your video, the video with your song. I'm so excited. Simone, Timmy, hello. Oh, guys, I love you so much. I appreciate you more than you know. And we're starting with Aquarius. We're doing the signs. And we're going to do a couple little extra ones because it's fun. In English, how are you in Hindi? Aap case ho simple? Oh, Lord. See, that's going to sound real bad if I repeat it. Chef Civvy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Winstone, I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. I hope y'all doing really, really well. And Amaya is in here, and she got her channel. She got 2 channels now. That's pretty exciting. Oh, Winstone rated us here. Oh, why did I think it said Goga? Food Finium. Oh, Winston. Why did I say Goga? Sorry. Didn't mean to mess it up. Hindi is so difficult. Yes, it is. Peekaboo. Winstone, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think I'm just used to it because Goga does it sometimes too. Y'all are so good to me. I don't think you understand. You're going to make my heart melt. All right, let me write down the time so I don't get sidetracked. 12 minutes in for Aquarius. So if y'all are Aquariuses, this is going to be for the month of June. Timmy, how are you? Walks in. I appreciate you more than you know. I've been working hard. I was in the garden 2 days in a row. And Tiff, you're so good to us. I try really hard. Flight landed safe. Sure did. Trini, your song, I got a couple videos clipped. Now I just got to learn how to patch it together. I'm literally learning as I go. So eventually there's going to be a beautiful video to go with the song. I got my receipts. Tiffany, some receipts. Winstone has a lovely female pilot. Aw, well, that's wonderful. Have you ever heard of Mumbai? I've heard of it, but I've never been. I didn't hear it from you. Well, we know who's the one that keeps track of the receipts. It's you, Red, Auntie, and who are the... You, Red, Auntie, and Blessed. I think it's you 4 that I know we're getting the receipts for sure. We got them. I try not to give you guys receipts, but I don't even know. I couldn't do... T-T. How could I forget Miss T-T? What the hell? I could never forget Miss T-T. Where's my brain? I love Miss T-T. Simone, how are you? Goa? No, Goga. Yoga with Goga. You got to check out these people. You see all these people in my chat right now? Oh, is my Nightbot working? Because if y'all type in create, C-R-E-A-T-E, then your link should pop up on the thing. Oh, Nightbot is there. Yay! I've been learning, taking my time. So if you type it in, it will say your channel, and then y'all can connect for sure. God will never fail us. Hello, welcome, welcome. Did it work? Yay, it worked. See, I've been working my butt off on this, so I'm super happy. And what was your name, my lord? I missed it. Vishva? If I butcher that, I'm sorry. Make sure you connect with these people because these are fantastic people. They're huge supporters. We're a big, wide group from all over the world, but absolutely amazing people. Students are applying themselves. I listen. It doesn't mean I learn fast. I start slow, but I'm getting there, and I was so happy when I did it. I was like, everybody go to my channel, just to try. So even when I can't always see, and sometimes I have to listen to the replays like podcasts because I can't actually watch, but I take it in. I promise, I do. And it should do that. Also, if you type in my name, Tiffany, it should do the same thing. So I don't know how that one works. The bot commands for this channel are available. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. See? So it tells you what the commands are if you click there. I didn't know you could do that. Well, see, I'm still learning as we go. Fitting that is the Aquarius we're starting with because that is learning outside the box and inside the box. But Aquariuses are all about it. That's very cool. And I don't have a lot yet. Look, Eclipse and Leo. That is compassion. Shine brightly like the star you are. And for all of us Leos, even though we're doing Aquariuses, you know what this is like. And Aquarius is, y'all think outside the box, but you're learning how to shine bright on your own. You're not letting the fear of being seen stop you anymore. Ooh, I don't know what that one is. What's the win? See, I want to start doing that to do games and giveaways and stuff. Hats off to you. Your knight is very well trained, unlike for some people. No, it's very small trained. The first day, I have a little short live. It was like a half hour. This poor guy, it kicked him out so fast. It was just 50-51. Because I didn't know. And then he just did a smiley face, a couple smiley faces, and it booted him for like 30 seconds. And then I'm like, whoa, what just happened? And then he came back, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just learning Nightbot. And he did a smiley face like it's okay. And you know what happened? He got kicked for 600 seconds. I was like, whoa, we went hard on that one. Like, that was a little extreme, Nightbot. This is supposed to be like, he came back. I went to his channel. I subscribed. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, this is supposed to be the channel of love and happiness and, joy, safe space, not smile and you get kicked out. So I had to tame Nightbot. I was like, oh my Lord, it was funny though. Hi, Evangelist. How are you? Yeah, it's I'm always a mess while I'm learning, but eventually I get there. Slow to the take, but when I get there, oh, all bets are off. All right, my Aquariuses, I see you're learning to have compassion for yourself first, I hope, because this is where we're going to start. And then, Sun in Pisces, align yourself with love and wisdom and your higher purpose. So you're learning how to walk into that. And it doesn't mean you have to, I don't know what the winner one is. Hold on. Nightbot is my YouTube enemy, but Tiff, Nightbot is my best friend. Nightbot actually has been nice. Simone TV does not subscribe to this channel. Oh, what? That's funny. How did you do that? Nightbot is my YouTube enemy. I'm sorry. That makes me laugh. You know who else? Tommy came in and he said the same thing. Hi, Heather. Come on, talk to me. How are you, Heather? What would you like me to say to you? Hello was a really great start. Simone, why Nightbot talking crap to you? Dude, I don't know how to tame him on that one. That's your beef. I had my own little beef. We're working together slowly, so that's so funny. I hope you're doing well, Heather. Welcome. Wait a lie, Nightbot. To tell. And the winner is Trini in Finland does not subscribe to this channel. Why not, Trini? You don't subscribe to Nightbot either? I don't understand. Hi, Red. How are you? This is actually, who is effing Tommy? Tommy Russell. He's one of my subscribers. Super awesome guy. You should be supporting all these people, following along. They're really good people, every single one. I didn't know Nightbot would do that, but I love that you guys know how to use it and troll each other. I don't have to do that work. But I'm going to try and watch. Was it because you typed winner? Yeah, it is, eh? And the winner is Tammy Mitchell. Oh, he subscribes to this channel, so that's good. Can't troll a ninja. Oh my God, that's so jokes. It's fun though. And Tiff, your Nightbot is no longer my friend. It's a big liar. Oh. Goga, you need to tame Nightbot. Simone has to love Nightbot. Not really, just so. I just want to tell you. What do you want to tell me, Heather? You can tell me whatever you would like to tell me.
Just tell us what you want.
She says, Grace says, just tell us what you like. Vishwas does not subscribe to this channel. Well, you should. You should. Of course you can tell me something. I'm trying to wait for you. I'm reading the chat, looking just for you. A sensitive, introspective phase, Moon and Cancer. You're learning how to belong in your own skin, and I love that. Can I tell you? Oh, yeah. I've changed my mind about Nightbot. Well, I hope you change it in a good way. Hello. Hi, Heather. I'm waiting on you. I will stop what I'm doing. Look, I need a tire or something. Okay. Grace, I love your glasses. Did you see her? Oh, you found the licorice, eh, bud? Oh, yeah. And they say on her head. I need a tire or something? What kind of tire? Creativity. That's me. You gotta put create, not creativity. I should have put creativity, but little I know.
Hello.
She's so freaking cute. Look at her. She found the licorice. Of course she did. Little cheeser. And she bought this phone at the dollar store, and all it does is ring and beep. And I twitch. I have mine on silent, so I don't have to listen to it. Weather? Check out Winston Cron. Okay, because he put create. But what's the weather mean? All right, we're playing with Nightbot. That's okay. We're gonna have a little fun. But I can see that you're learning how to think. Grace says, "I love you, Nightbot." That's so funny. All right. So, Aquarius, I see what you're doing. You're learning how to give yourself compassion, but you're also learning how to express yourself. Wait, you can dance with Nightbot? I want a dance party. What is up?
I don't know what to do.
Grace wants a dance party.
Mom,
Oh, playlist. I haven't did that one yet. I don't
I'm
think.
gonna call Nightbot and let him
Okay,
know.
you call Nightbot. Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, Heather. So we got 2 for Aquarius. This is your self-care. So this is what we're focusing on for the month of June. Winner. Hello. Hi, Comedy. How are you? In the whole universe, this one and only place is the soul place which you have made your very own. And the winner is Roxanne British. Woo! I'm great. How are you? We're having a little fun. Grace says, I knew you could do it. Good. We're just doing Aquarius. We're having a little fun because I got Nightbot working and my friends are pros, so they got it. Gogo, why are you overworking Nightbot? Perfect. He's just testing it. And he knows how to test. Y'all know how to test it way better than I do, so I'm not going to judge. All right. Repeat this mantra throughout your day. My body is a miracle and a mystery, supporting all that I am. It is working, and I love that. You didn't come into this world. You came out of it. Like a wave from the ocean. You are not a stranger here. Affirm your animal nature today. Go outside and allow your body to respond to the earth and the sky. So Aquarius is, you're getting grounded. Miss Grace with the phone, you're going to have to only dial it once in a little while, okay? So I can concentrate just a little bit. We can have fun, but thank you for the light, Comedy. I appreciate it. Don't break the table. My Lord. Yes, it's handled now. Stress test done. Well, I'm going to mess with some more things, but I got to figure out the games and stuff where we can actually do little, I was thinking about doing it when they come to the live, maybe midway through, whoever wins, then we go watch, everybody goes and make sure they watch one of their videos or something and hypes it, if they can. It was just 24-24 when I said that, which I think would be not a bad idea. My gratitude, again, for my Aquariuses. Y'all are just learning how to come out of your, it's like you were in kind of hermit, I want to say, like learning, figuring yourself out, giving yourself the extra compassion, but now you're like it's summer, it's spring, going into summer, and I'm ready to get out there and explore, meet new people, and have fun, and that's exciting. Simone, what did you do? Does not subscribe to this channel. Oh, is that why Nightbot was telling lies? Because you do subscribe? See, I gotta figure out all those. Sorry, I gotta go mod for somebody. I'll be back. Have a great day, Timmy. I appreciate you stopping by. All time is a good time. I appreciate it with love. Nightbot, please stop picking on me. Yoga taking notes. Goga, what the hell? Why are you making Nightbot tell lies? We have to have a truthful Nightbot. Simone, you tell Nightbot where you stand. Say if it keeps it up, you're gonna unsubscribe. Nightbot, get in line. Do what you're told. All right. For my Aquariuses, how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. Picture what it would look like to be loved and appreciated by the world in just the manner you most desire. Channel this image as you move throughout your day. Tiff, you remember when we met you?
Mom?
Yeah, on your Let's Talk show.
Mommy?
What?
There's nothing what we can have for lunch.
What you can have for lunch? Well, you gotta wait till I'm done here. You have a lunch that you ate at school. And you're eating chocolate and licorice. You're not gonna starve, I promise.
I want to.
I know. No, okay, you're pulling eyes on me.
What?
Because you're not gonna go into sabotage mode. So you can have a choice. You can watch TV or you can go outside and play. But you're not gonna come picking on me.
I want chips.
The chips right there. They're spicy.
I don't like them.
Hi, Tommy. I was just talking about you. We were there playing with Nightbot, and I said Tommy doesn't like Nightbot either. I am. Yeah, it's been like 3 months or so, roughly. And I didn't even have 50 subscribers. Do you remember? And because you guys are as amazing as you are, I got 357 subscribers. That's been a lot even since yesterday, I think. That's wild. How are you, Tommy? I hope you're doing well. I just keep showing up. And even for this one, I started at I want to say 260 or 270. And then for the 30 days in May. So I will almost be up 100 subscribers, which is really well. I am so happy. All my friends came today. Nothing makes me happier. I love when we do the raids. I don't know how to do those yet. Eventually, I will get there. But it's really nice to know that you have amazing, supportive people that show up. Yes, you are a star. Yes, Leo. Woo woo. That's the sun shining through, right? We have to do what we do best. And as long as we don't get in our ego and get in trouble, then we can stay in our heart and we can really give that love from a good space. I appreciate that. I really do. And I'm trying really hard, and that's why I'm just bringing y'all with me as I go do stuff when we're in the garden. There's going to be some more outdoor ones, I think, this summer. I don't know how or where, but it'll be more clips. But there definitely won't be another 30 days live challenge, not during the summer. Maybe when school goes back in. Just because I like doing it, but it's a lot. And when I do it and I have my stuff actually prepared, it's a lot easier. But when I'm just saying, like, okay, we're just going to keep it free-flowing, then nobody comes in and wants to do the questions or any of the things until you're actually doing things. So learning how to keep it loose but still have your schedule or your agenda is, I guess that's kind of how it works, though, right? We got to learn as we go, right? It's raining like crazy. What? It's not here. It's nice out. And yesterday in the garden, I'm getting a tan. And look, I got like a sunline. I don't know if that's age or what, but that's like a little hairline or something. But from the sun, my cheeks are getting red. But my arms got a tan. My legs are white as can be. It's horrible. I hope you and Little Miss are doing great. We are. We're happy. I might be... just started, I think I just started. If all goes well, I'm going to start doing like DoorDash or something as a side hustle. That way I don't have to struggle so hard, and then I don't have to worry if people are going to pay and support or do those things. When people do, it's something that should be done from their heart, right? It's not something that I feel comfortable like pushing or pressing or any of those things. So, having a side hustle with my business while it's building, I don't think is a bad thing. I don't know what people think of it, but I just know it's something that allows me to do it in my spare time, and always add a little extra cash without, uh, running into craziness or feeling that you're doing without. So I'm learning to find that balance. And when you had to work so hard building, right, you're like, okay, well, now I'm at a space where I have to make a decision. And I'm definitely not going to take a job because that would take away from what I'm trying to do. But a side hustle like that where I can go 1 or 2 days a week, then it allows me space. And then if people do donate, if people do start purchasing, and people are slowly, it's building, but I don't have to wait on that, if that makes sense. There's no pressure or lack. I can just do what I do and keep building, and the rest of the world will catch up. I know that eventually. It just I don't have to sit waiting for it or worrying about it. 3113, as I said that, right? It's not about, you just can do what you need to do and not have to stress over it, right? And because I'm a mom, any moms, parents, you know what it's like. It's not just you, right? So you're just like, I just want to have that built up. I want that protection. I want that safety net no matter what happens, right? Yeah, that's what we do. And eventually, it will build up. And look how far it's come already. This has been 3 months. So, I'm on par. I'm headed towards where I'm going, and my business is slowly growing. My workshop's out there. They're getting out there. And slowly I'm getting into the places where I can really help people. So, but instead of stressing over it or worrying about it and wanting it to get right away, I'm learning that I've already been resourceful my whole life. I know how to do all these things. So instead of waiting to the last minute, why can't I just incorporate, a couple days a week or something, a few hours a day, and balance it out so I never have to worry. And that kind of work to me is like a cakewalk. It's like the easiest thing I could ever do. I used to do hard labor, right? Building roller coasters, lugging this, machine work. I don't think I've ever had a soft job, really. So this will be like, I kind of get to hang out and I get to deal with people, which is my most favorite. So I think it's kind of going to be a win-win. And we'll see how it goes, right? I'm usually that person, like, whenever I work service job, I got good tips and stuff. People were always really generous. So I'm excited. It'll be something new. And it'll get me out of the damn house, because let me tell you, I've been in the house way too much. And Grace likes to shop. So we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. She'll go shopping with me, pick up the stuff, and then it's not going home with us, so I don't have to fill my house. So I think it's going to actually be beneficial. Oh, we can buy some treats. Well, not every time. You'll be 500 pounds if we buy a treat every time. All right. This is Aquarius. Solitude is where I place my chaos to rest and awaken my inner peace. So you're finding balance. You're learning that get out in the world. And that's what I'm doing too. Like personally, and I think a lot of us are. We're knowing where solitude, our place of peace is. Right? Yeah, you heard the treat part? That's funny. We're learning we can draw from each hand, right? In one hand, you hold your wildness. In the other, your quietness. Draw from each as necessary. You're learning that you don't have to stay in hermit mode your whole life. You're learning that you know how to learn. You know how you learn, what inspires you to continue to learn. You know how to pause, right? It's like that once that balance hits, once you know how to get there every single time, you have that calm, right? You have that peace, and you understand how to move forward without hindering yourself. So you're walking the line of balance, and you're learning how to do that and still go. Before, like when you're home and you're by yourself and you're staying to yourself, it's like easy to walk the line of balance, right? You don't have to worry so much. You get it upset. You're already at home. You're not going out dealing with the world. Now you're getting brave and you're saying, okay, I've been doing this for a little while. I think I got it under control. And now I'm going to go out in the world and play, let them see who I am, and start bringing out what I've been learning and teaching into the world. And that's a good space to be. It takes a long, long time to get to that place of balance. It takes even longer to realize that you can come back to it each time, right? Figuring out what the tools are, exactly what they are for you, because what's for you is not always going to be for me or for anybody else. And then it says, we the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal, and then all paths lead home at the bottom of the deck. So you're understanding that no matter where you go, what you do, as long as you can come back to here, as long as you can find your peace, as long as you can find your center, you can pull the tools from your belt, you can always get home, right? Your home is your safe space, it's where your peace is, and you're understanding that when you go out, you know it's okay. I can go out when I start to feel what I need to feel. I separate myself, I know how to come back to that peace. I know how to find that calm. I know how to take those few moments before I go out in the chaos and allow myself to find the peace. So it's like you're getting brave and saying, I'm not going to stay stuck home anymore. I'm going to get out there and let the world see me. I've been working so hard on myself. I've been working so hard on other things. And now it's time to let the world see who I am, where I am, and where I'm coming from. And I feel like that's what I think it's going on a more grander scale too, because I was feeling that today, and I was kind of getting that June. Maybe it's just because it's just about to go into summer with the kids coming out of school. There's just lots of adventures to be had, and maybe it just is simply that the seasons, right? The winter time, that's when we really do that deep work. We do all the stuff we need to do because we're inside, it's cold, we're not going to go outside. Well, I don't want to say we're not going to go outside, but the likelihood of us going out doing so much extra stuff in the winter is probably not as much, right? So, alright, give me one of these. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. By the way, just in case you guys might have been confused, y'all are those helpers, right? Yes, there's 37. Thank you, Spirit. Y'all are those helpers. Y'all are the people that show up whenever, randomly, anywhere, out of anywhere, but you show up for your people. Whether it's watching a video, whether it's showing up to support, even a little bit at a time. Y'all do that. We all do that, right? And when they don't always, like the subtle realms, you're guided to do that. When you follow that intuition, when you follow that nudge, and when you say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, you're guided there, and you're listening to your intuition, and you're knowing that person needs that. How many times have we went, read specifically, did a raid, and we went to this lady. I didn't know her, but I've met so many connections like that. She was just walking. I'm pretty sure it was Red that took her there. I can't remember her name right now, which is horrible, but to be fair, I can't remember my own half the time. But it's like you just know how to make everybody's day so perfectly, right? Do you know what I mean? You taking those times for people and saying, hey, we see you putting in the work. And that's what this is saying, right? They're all around. It's like people that are here on YouTube, people out there that are, quietly behind closed doors trying to get me into those spaces where they know that my impact will be great. And this is just, I'm relating it to me because it's easier to explain something that I know personally, right? But I'm going to read it, and because this is a really good one, and if I can find the page. I may be blind. It says Council of Light, so where are you? I can't find the thing, so that means that this number is important. Angel number 94. So if you want to do some homework, go look up that angel number. There's going to be something there, because that was a lot to find, and usually it's not that hard to find. But divine orchestration. I gotta move all these decks. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it's time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal team helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, and guides devoted to the rising of Earth and all of humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. Like a spirit world United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. Pray to them for clarity and guidance regarding your personal mission. Put in your requests and let them get to work. Council of Light, I am ready to receive your help for fulfilling my personal dharmic mission. Thank you for guiding me with clarity every step of the way and for sending me helpers experiences that delight my mind, body, and soul. We are all in our own right light workers. We're all star seeds. We're all helping people grow. We're helping them guide. We all have we don't have to be perfect, and I think a lot of people get confused in that, right? Just like when they say you're chosen, it kind of irritates me a little bit, and I believe that because I believe that we're all chosen, every single one of us. Now it's up to us whether we decide to pick up the call. Right? If we answer the call and we show up, even if we're not showing up perfectly, if we're just doing the things and we're trying to be our best self and we're showing up for other people, but making sure we show up for ourselves first, doing what we need first, so that when things don't always work exactly the way we need it to, we have to trust, right? Because people show up. They get guided. They get nudged to go there, pop in here, do that. And that's where you meet some of your best people. And when you learn to follow those nudges, those things, that's your guides, that's your Council of Light, that's your ancestors, that's your angels, that's everybody saying, hey, if you're just willing, if you're brave enough to listen, they're going to guide you right where you need to be, right? They're going to bring to you the people that are going to show up for you over and over and over again. And if you notice, the people that keep coming up are the support systems, strong support systems, which is why you give without expectation. That's the thing. And when you're someone like me, who is always the same way, you know it's coming back, right? And I'm just relaying this because I feel like Aquarius, you're starting to understand that. You're not worrying about what if this doesn't work, what if this doesn't happen. Someone is always going to show up because you're doing the right thing. And you're learning how to be brave. You're learning how to speak your truth. You're learning how to show up for yourself and in turn showing up for everyone else. But it comes naturally because you don't feel left out, right? You don't feel like you're losing anything. You don't feel like you're missing out. Oh, okay, wait on that one. Do the Moonology. This one is going to be, you found the practical plans to your dream. And it's actually, if that card comes out, I'm going to laugh. Because I don't think that you actually need it. I think what it is you found it, right? You're dreaming it out, but now you're starting to find the action plans, and you're getting excited, and your feet on the ground. You're going to work. Oh, I see. Time to give rather than to take. You know that if you continue to give, right, as long as you're filling your cup first, if you continue to give, it's always going to come back. It doesn't matter where it comes from. They're going to show up because God is going to send them. Your angels, have faith in your dreams. You're starting to walk in the highest currency possible, and that is faith. And when you have trust issues and you have struggles and trauma and all that, and it takes a long time to heal through that, and sometimes even when you heal through that, because let me tell you, there's times where I think I'm not going to make it. I don't know what's going on, and I'm doing all the things, but the worry starts creeping in. That's okay. It's not judging yourself then and saying, okay, I see you, but I'm still going to choose, I'm going to do it scared. I'm going to keep doing it. 44, as I was saying that. You're understanding your stable foundation cannot be shaken. It's there. It's solid. Hi, player. How are you? subs also gotta go. Yay, congratulations. That's fantastic. I reached over my goal. I love that. Good for you. Now you gotta set the next one. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Then another goal. Keep going and aim high. You got this. That's amazing. All right, one more for my Aquariuses. I'm surprised. Communication is key. You're speaking it to the universe. You're talking to your team. You're talking to your friends. Also, bye. I hope you have a great day. I'm really happy for you. Congratulations. What do you need to release? And it's almost always going to be fear. You know what it is. You're saying, I choose even if I'm scared, right? You're checking it when it comes in, when that starts to creep in. You know, when you're going out, look at beyond the mind. You're not letting the mind rule you. You're ruling your mind. So now it's like, okay, I've been doing it. I want to say behind closed doors, but it's more like I've been doing it on my own. I've been figuring it out here. But now, like the first thing that came out, the Leo, right? Now you're starting to get bold and go out and be around friends and people and express yourself, who you are without fear, right? And when the fear does creep in, because it does, we're human, no matter, it doesn't matter how much faith we have, fear will creep in. It's about checking it. It's about saying, no, not today. Not today. Good for you. June's going to be exciting for my Aquariuses. Life force energy, fire, and freedom. Just like that. You're understanding that this is your confidence, that's your action, that's your everything. And when you control your emotions and you can tame that fear and tame that anger and tame all of that, you can find balance. And that is your life force energy that drives you, and you're walking in your freedom, your divine authority. This is me. I am who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. And that's it. And it doesn't, you don't have to be perfect to be proud of who you are. You have to be human. That's it. Because nobody's perfect. Looking at the bottom of the deck, harmonic flight. You found the balance. Literally the balance. There's two at the bottom of the deck. Balance forces. You're your own person. You're trusting in yourself. You're not letting somebody tell you what it is. You understand what you are. You're walking in what you know. And it's not that you're not going to learn, because you're always constantly learning, but you trust that, right? And you also have a discernment. So you understand, like, I don't need to take that on. I see your perspective and I understand that, but that doesn't work for me. It doesn't align with me. I'm not against your perspective. Like, good for you, to each their own. But you're understanding that you can be both, right? Yourself, your own personal free self, and you can still understand and love people amongst their own beliefs, right? Their own, how it works for them. Because what's the saying? There's more than one way to. I thought that was Esther out there. It's not. I was like, where'd she come from? I thought that was my daughter's friend at school. I just looked out the window. They're playing on the swing set. But yeah, I want to read this one because this is good. Living the life you love. Liberation as a shift in perspective. The many facets of freedom. Inviting enjoyment and inspiration to your life. Discovering what freedom means to you. Overcoming limitation. Unbound creative expression and choice over obligation. It doesn't matter what people think, including you, your own expectation. We don't do anything over obligation. We choose to. I have to cook dinner tonight. No, I choose to. I get to, right? It's perspective. Like this new potential job that I have, right? It's a side hustle, but I get to do that. I have the opportunity, right? We make those choices and we're learning to stand in them. To stand in them and be proud. And when we do that, that fire comes in, and it comes in so solid, it just boosts our energy, right? And when we fill that cup, that well it's a never-ending well. But once you get it filled to the top, and it takes a lot of work, especially when you let it drain. That's why self-love, self-care, gratitude, affirmations, they are the key to everything. And there's nobody in this world that can convince me otherwise. That's okay, Simone. I appreciate you. I love you so much for showing up. And I know, I trust, right? I just know y'all show up. And if you're anything like me, you got something in your ear and you're doing life, all of the rest of life while you're listening. And I appreciate that more than you know. And I understand that because I do it all the time. I do it while I work, and that's how I keep it moving. So, I appreciate it more than you ever know. All right, freedom means living as you choose, with your wings and heart open, able to direct your reality as you want. The quest for freedom, in one form or another, seems innate. In Western culture, the path to freedom is often equated with money. Ironically, chasing wealth can have the opposite effect due to the lengths taken for it to be acquired. It is possible to weave a life in thriving alignment with our soul's calling while financially supporting our realities. You may picture freedom in its more extreme guises, but when we truly feel free, our lifestyles may not change drastically. It's more of a state of mind. The only change might be that you are choosing to live a certain way rather than feeling obligated. We may move through periods of life in a dazed blur of routine. What seemed like the dream career or lifestyle may have become somewhat of a prison. We may feel stuck, blocked, or uninspired. We might know deep down that it's time to step into something different, but feel tied to what we have set up for ourselves, perhaps financially or because others depend on us. It may feel like something needs to change externally before you can make the step, but it doesn't usually work that way. As scary as it may seem to get off a self-perpetuating spiral, we need to initiate our own change. Small changes that don't impinge on your work or family can be enough to tell the universe you're ready for something else. Think about where you might find inspiration and begin researching and try it out. Try a few new things. This will help shift the direction of your inner being. Before you know it, opportunities will start to open for you. It will then be your choice to follow a new path or to continue as you are. Letting go, trusting, and loving without limitation are also a big part of internal freedom. There are lots of ideas about what freedom can be. Having a framework for what it can be means even more freedom can flourish. Complete freedom can also be overwhelming, confusing, or ungrounding. Structure and security are friends of freedom. They support fun, safety, expansion, sustainability, and exciting possibility. So the meaning to this card is, bring a deeper sense of freedom to a situation. A limitation may be a state of mind. A shift of perspective can help bring a sense of lightness and choice. Also consider what freedom looks like to you in the bigger picture of your life. If you're feeling stifled in an environment, it is up to you to make a change. Add pleasurable moments or practices that cultivate a sense of greater freedom in your day-to-day life. If you're currently experiencing greater freedom and you may be feeling unsettled, consider whether it is the kind you're looking for. If you feel ungrounded and lost, perhaps you could add some structure to your world to optimize your freedom. So what it's saying, Aquarius, is you understand the balance. You know if it's too free, you got to create a little bit of structure. You know when it's too structured, you need a little bit of freedom. And you're learning how to walk that balance. That balance is it's the key to everything, right? And when we understand that every single human being on this planet has the capacity to be an absolute demon, they also have that capacity to be an absolute angel. However, the way life runs and the way life is, neither on either end of the extreme is sustainable. It's not doable. It's not healthy. It's just, it's almost impossible to manage while being on Earth. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just understanding that. So the closer we can get to that balance, walking that line, we create a space, right? Many of us are always a little out of balance because we're much more kind than other things, right? And I shouldn't say than all people, but there are many people that when you're out of balance, it's mostly because you're too kind to other people and not as much to yourself. And We're trying to change that. 54, 54. So before I do the angel number, I'm only going to do 4 of these. These are some ideas. These are going to be like the little tools. Was a little game, but it's one of my favorites. It's called Better Than Yesterday, right? Give me just 3 of these, please, for my Aquariuses. How can we help maintain that balance? 2, yeah, give me 1 more. I said 1 more. That's too many. All right, that one. Okay, so for my Aquariuses, these are suggestions. You do not have to do them. But if we're looking to show up each day a little better than yesterday, that's it, right? So reconnect with an old teacher or coach from your past. Look back to look forward and thank the people who helped you grow and mature. Long time no see. Reach out to somebody, an old teacher, someone who inspired you, right? Let them see how far you've come. What better way to let them see that their work is paid off? You gotta remember, people put in that work, and a lot of times it's a thankless job. So when they see people doing well, people that they watched, and they knew, you'll find a lot of them were like, man, I always knew you could do it. I think when you take that time and you reconnect with those people, just a small moment, it doesn't have to be a lifetime and forever, but just a moment of reaching out, you'll find it way more inspired than you know, right? And you get to show them how far you've come, so it's a win-win, right? They get to see their work, their hard work paid off, right? What is your dream job? Write it down, do some research, and set a goal for yourself to get it, right? It can happen. Maybe it's not going to happen tomorrow because there's some learning, some things we have to achieve. But it can be a side hustle. It can be a side thing while you're working and living life, right? And each day, if you take one step in that direction, write 1 page, research 1 way to do the job. Oh, watch out for the baby. Sorry, the neighbor's out there. Careful, careful, careful. Oh. Sorry, the little girl's outside. She's at like 18 months, but she was playing at the swings, and I could just see the worst happening. Be grateful for what you currently have, but always stay hungry for more, right? It's okay to want more. It's okay to be proud. Oh, there she is. I was going to say, how come I don't see Grace, but I see her. And then make today day 1 of living as a minimalist. Do it for 5 days in total. Reuse whenever you can. Downsize. Buy less, etc. When you don't concern yourself with daily choices, you get more out of life. Not lazy, just minimalist. We buy, especially with consumer, just everything is just way out of whack. People spend way too much money, including me. So, there's no judgment. But these small little things that if one of them sticks, if one of them calls to you, try it. It's never going to hurt you. It's only going to make you better. And I literally just went through Grace's room. I'm donating 2 big bags of toys and stuff. She doesn't need them. She doesn't play with them. And then she just trashes her room with them. But I know that there's a whole bunch of kids out there that would just love to have some toys like that. And I wish I could just give them to people. I'd give them to the donation booth. But I also post them up. Before I donate them, I posted them up on Marketplace. Like, if you want them, they're free. Nobody wanted them or nobody came, so I'm just going to take it to the thrift store. But there's a much better way to, get rid of that stuff, give it to somebody who it will help. And there's many kids out there that don't have anything near what my kid has because she's spoiled rotten. And that's okay. I understand that. Learning how to not buy as much, learning how to have experiences and spend that time is starting to be the thing that really matters in the world. And it's starting to change. The kids are all playing outside the window. Sorry if I'm distracted. I'll tell you, the best thing I ever did when I had my little bit of extra money, and I bought that big swing set, all the stuff outside for the yard, except the trampoline. The neighbors already had it, but I bought all that stuff, and I spent not much money. It was like $800 or something, $900. It was not a lot of money, but for the next probably 3 or 4 years, like, and there's so many kids that are gonna get out of it. But my daughter upgraded her hand-eye coordination, her ability to get out there, her confidence. It has just exponentially grown since I got it. So spending money like that, I'd much rather buy something like that every single time than buy those cheap little toys, right? Understanding what it's worth, right? Was it worth spending that money? Absolutely it is. Look at all the kids that get to have joy. I get to look out my window every single day and see kids out there playing and happy. Where is your daughter? Because I need to tell her they're indestructible. Oh, her glasses. She's outside playing, just testing the theory if they're indestructible or not. So we shall find out. But, and her butt crack always hanging out. It drives me nuts. Her pants, she's got no hips, so they just slide down. Put your pants on. Oh no, yeah, she's okay. There's a bunch of kids out there. She's having fun. But that's the thing. You're understanding that experiences are far more valuable than just some little toy at the dollar store, than some little fast food. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes, buying that chicken at the grocery store instead of driving yourself crazy is still an act of self-love. Nobody's going to ever convince me it's not, because spending that little bit of extra time with your family or even that peaceful time of not having to be aggravated every once in a while is absolutely worth it, right? And again, that's something that works for you. If you're always cooking every day and you got all this to do and you're building this and you got this going on, buying that chicken sometimes is not punishable. It's actually an act of self-care. Take that time. That experience, that $10 spent, was far more worth it, right? You're starting to understand that balance creates space. And in that space, it allows you to grow out. It allows you to have the experience. It allows you, it's not about spending tons of money. It's about spending it on that one focused thing, whether it's a vacation, whether it's a day trip or a spa. It's that time for you. Hi, Heather. How are you? So then this one is, release your cares to God. Oh, that I had wings like a dove. Then I would fly away and rest. You're understanding that rest it comes with balance. You can't go all the time and not balance it with some rest. And that's Psalms 55:6. I'm doing great. That's good. I'm really glad that. So also this was Psalms 55:6. So I always say, because I love these cards, if you go to the chapter and you go read a little bit above, a little bit underneath, there's going to be something there that will definitely help you with those little nagging questions, with those things that you're unsure kind of where to go, what step to go. If there's something that you're curious or wondering about, these little chapters, little verses, if you read around them, there's going to be a story that's going to help align your life. So give peace a chance. And you know why it says that? Because that's exactly what you're doing. You're like, I can find the balance. I can find the peace. I'm leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. Hi, Fairbricks. How are you? Welcome, welcome. And that's John 14:27. And this one is one of my favorites. The reason is if you read the little bit above, below, all around it, it talks about peace of mind, right? Everyone's talking about meditation and manifestation and all these things. That's what this is. When you understand what that peace is, that's what creation is. But you can't do it. You can't hear God. You can't hear angels. You can't even hear yourself with all the chaos and the worries and the fear and all the things, right? You're understanding that balance. You're walking that balance. My name's Tiffany. I'm going to assume yours is Heather, right? What was that one? John 14:27. So I do these ones because those little messages, right? You know how to go. You know where to go to find that sweet nectar, right? That peace. that calm in the chaos. You know what tools work for you. You're starting to trust in that. And if you feel confused or unsure, you know exactly where to go to get the message you need in the moment. So you're being emboldened, right? That balance, that stuff you've been working on, you're understanding. I can have faith in my dreams, and I can still do the action steps, and I can still dream bigger. It's not wrong to dream bigger. And by the way, if you've come from a place of trauma, chaos, lack, any of those things, there's no judgment. I've been through them all, so there's no judgment. But if you've come from that place of peace, that understanding of that is probably the hardest thing you're ever going to find because it entails trust. Trust in self, trust in God, trust in your friends, your family, the people around you. Tiffany, can I tell you something? Sure, you absolutely can. But that's when that balance, all of that comes with trust, and even through the fear sometimes. So when you understand that, it leaves a lot of extra space for you. And Aquarius, you're starting to trust and understand that. You know where to find that peace. You know what it takes, and you trust your connection with God. You trust your angels. You trust that if somebody shows up to ask you a question, if somebody shows up like here on my live when everybody showed up was amazing, you know God sent them. You know that they're sent by God. You know that there's a message for you. You know there's something you need to learn and understand, and you don't take it for granted. You take that pause and you make it happen. You listen, you learn, you find the silver lining, and you ride it right to your blessing. And now you've been doing it kind of, I don't know why I keep saying behind closed doors, because it's not. You've been doing it in your own life, in your own space, but now you're learning that I can do that out in the field. I can do that out around people. I can do that in any situation now because I trust myself. Then I sent it. I sent you that message? You sent me a message? What message? Check out Heather. So did you hit create? Oh, because you said Tiffany, that's why. Well, what? You sent me what message? Like an email? Okay. Oh, Aquarius, yes. 8888. This is my favorite number too. Y'all are hitting it this month. Personal power, abundance, prosperity, strength, harmony, confidence, wealth, empowerment, and epic romance. 609 subscribers. Fantastic. All that is good and pleasant in your life is about to multiply. Angels are sending this number to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being that lie ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use your personal power for the greater good. You're starting to understand that you are your own person. You are free. You're not controlled by anything. You get to choose what you want to do. You get to choose if you want to build a business, if you want to work, if you want to have a side hustle, if you want to do this. You get to choose how you show up every single day. You know how to find that balance in the chaos. You know how to reel it in when you get too wild. You know, I'm feeling overwhelmed or anxiety or anxious. Okay, I'm going to reel it in until I find my calm. And I just have to step back, step away, and that's it, right? You found the balance. You know how to get back there every single time. And you found trust because you know how you behave. You learned what makes you learn, what makes you happy, what inspires you, what makes you want to create. And in turn, you're saying, okay, I trust me now. I know how I behave. I've peeled back my emotional layers so I understand what's actually happening. And when you did that, you found the balance. But you also learned how to trust in yourself. And when you learn how to trust in yourself, it's a lot easier to have faith in God and everything else because you know how you behave. And you know that you can say, okay, God, I'm struggling right now. Something's going on. I don't feel good. I don't feel safe. I don't feel happy about it. So there's a lesson. There's something I need to learn. Can you please show it to me? And that's exactly what's going to happen because, and you don't have to worry. You don't worry where it's going to come from. You just know it's going to come exactly when you need it. And that's pretty amazing. And kids are all out there playing. I can't even believe I'm so happy. And you got 2 affirmations. I am in sync with the flow of life. And that's perfect. And then we got, I see grace and possibility in all of life's challenges. You know how to find the silver lining. You have actually figured it out, and that's fantastic. That's what I got for my Aquariuses. Y'all are walking balance right now. And you're walking balance, but you're going out boldly. You're not sitting in fear. You're not worried about what people think of you. You just know you're going to do it no matter what. What day was this? Day 25. I got to mark that down so I don't forget. Day 25. It's good. I'm proud of you. You're not worried about doing it and just finding that balance at home. You know you can go out in public. You can go to those chaotic events, those places full of people, and you can still find that balance. And that's pretty exciting. That's really, really exciting. I'm super proud of you, and I'm excited for what June brings for you, because I think you have a lot of amazing things coming. All right, that's what I got for Aquarius. We're going to do, hopefully, one more. I'm going to try to quickly do Pisces. 12 minutes to 1, 1, 1, 1. Wait, 1, 1. I did too many ones. 1, 1. There we go. Now we're going to start Pisces. 1, 12, 0, 0. Okay. So now we're going to start with Pisces, but I want to clear the energy quickly. Okay. I don't know, Aquarius, that's a pretty good start for June. That's still here in the background. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That was Aquarius. We did really, really good. Let's see what Pisces got going on. Oh, we started with this one, so I don't want to mess up the order. Even though I switch up the order every time. I appreciate you so much, Simone. Slowly but surely, we're all growing. We're getting exactly where we need to be. By the way, I think it's the Simone and Mo, the ones where you do the music and the sensory lives. Grace loves them. Absolutely loves them. I put them in my headphones while I'm working, but if Grace is home and it's like time to kind of calm down, I just turn it on my computer, and I don't put the volume real loud, but I leave it like where it's kind of just in the background, the TV's off, and we're doing stuff, and she just chills right out. It's pretty awesome. Absolutely couldn't say enough. Okay, so Pisces, you're learning to reevaluate success. Eclipse in Capricorn, you're finding a new direction. And hopefully it's a good one. A leap of faith. That sounds like a good one. Sun in Aries, new beginnings. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. You're trusting. You're taking a new direction. By the way, that's not a bad thing. A pivot is never a bad thing. Making a little change. Oh, she loves them, and I love them so much. I was trying to add them to a playlist, but now my playlist is like 500 hours, and I don't know when it becomes not feasible. But you can randomize it, so that's kind of cool too. Every once in a while, I just hit shuffle because I play them at night all the time, especially when it's bedtime. It helps me sleep. But new beginnings, pivoting. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The pivot is not. It's never a bad thing, right? Just because you think something didn't work out. Like, okay, I'm going to give, for instance, my business. My business it's slow, it's small, but it's meant to be intentional. It is a small business because it's just me running it, right? We're not looking to expand and hire 25,000 people. Someday, man, who knows, right? But as it stands, it's a small, intentional business. So it's helping one person at a time. For those that can afford it, right? The people that can buy my tea and do those things, they can do that, right? And a lot of times, as much as it is a necessity, learning to understand your emotions and all those things. When you're living in survival, you don't quite see it that way, and it takes time to get there. So I understand that, and I'm building it, and I'm trying to keep it accessible for everybody. So it takes a little longer to get there, right? Which is okay. So the making the pivot, doing what I'm doing, the little side hustle is something that allows that balance, right? That space. That's not throwing away your dreams. That's not giving up and saying it's a failure. It hasn't even been a year, right? Those things take time, and unless you have thousands and thousands of dollars on advertising and all that stuff, it has to be slow and intentionally built. It just is what it is. So it takes time to build that trust, to understand, for people to get to know you. Those pivots aren't bad things. They're just saying, we're not throwing out the baby with the bathwater. We're just learning, adjusting, while we wait for the world to catch up. And I think that's what you're understanding. New beginnings don't always mean a completely new direction. It might be a slight pivot, a little adjustment, a little of this, a little of that. And that's okay. That's absolutely okay. All right. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Amen. List 3 ways in which today will be miraculous. Do you know a miracle when you see one? You're breathing. That's the first miracle, right? My child is outside in the backyard playing. It's been almost a year now. Complete stability. There's been struggles, right? We're building. Things are happening, but the stability, the freedom to go in the backyard and play and do what she wants in absolute safety, because it's fenced in, it's high, people can't come in and out. She has her own safe space, and she's allowed to be out there whenever she wants. That's true abundance. That's a miracle. Those things are absolutely worth rejoicing about. And for you, it may be something completely different, but they're everywhere. When we're watching the flowers grow, our plants, our corn starting to grow, it just out of nowhere. It didn't look like it was going to come out of nowhere, and then they sprouted like that much today, and we were so excited. And yeah, that might sound like geeky, but those are the things that are exciting. They're miracles. We get to witness them every single day. And when we start focusing on that, those pivots and those little adjustments, they don't feel like a failure. And also, I was watching this thing yesterday, and I wish I had marked it down, but they were talking about Gen X women, especially Gen X women, because the home alone, the latchkey kids, and then the women always had to take care of their siblings. They had to clean the house. They had to do all the other things on top of it. So I'm not Gen X, but I'm at the cusp, right at the end. I was 81, right? So, but trust you me, I lived that life. So we're talking about the hyper independence and all those things. I was listening, and it's like when you're so used to having to do everything yourself, learning how to trust and see all these things, it gets hard, it gets complicated, and it makes you feel vulnerable. And you're learning that those pivots, those small changes aren't failures, right? And that's the thing, when things had to change, or if something wasn't enough, we would immediately feel failure because we had all this weight placed on us constantly. You're learning that it's not a failure. Pivot is just learning how to balance it out, so you don't have to stay worried and in fear. You know that there's always an action step. There's always another path that can still merge them together. And if there's a pivot, a way around, if there's something that you have to do, there's something you're still learning along the way that's going to help you. Maybe it's someone you're supposed to meet. Maybe I'm going to deliver and have a conversation about what I do, and they're going to be like, oh my God, you could do this, right? The things that you meet, the people, the conversations you have, you might need to do that for that specific reason. It's leading you to your best path. And you're starting to trust that. That pivot is not a bad thing. It's not a failure. It's a success. And it's something else. It's another opportunity, because each time you show up, right, it's a new miracle. It's a new opportunity for a miracle. You're trusting that the universe is going to weave that web to exactly where you need to be. The pivot is a new beginning, but each day, each breath, each opportunity is a miracle. It is a new beginning. And you're starting to understand that. And that's good. Enough is a feast, right? I have enough always. Always. We're never going to starve around here. We're never going to do without. No, even when I was homeless with my kid, you know, we were camping, we had a tent, I had food every single day. God made sure we had enough. We did not go without. Yeah, it was stressful. Yeah, it was not fun. I wouldn't recommend it. But it was a lesson that no matter, even if I had nothing, I had enough. We had a roof over our head. We had a safe space. We had money in our pocket. We had whatever we needed while we waited because things had to move, because things had to be switched around. The universe had to work so we could get this place that we're in now, which allows us. People are like, wow, I can't believe the backyard you have. I can't believe, you know, because now with all the apartment buildings and all those things out there, this is a blessing. It's such a blessing. Like, I can't even begin to tell you. If you can't own your own property right now, eventually I will. But if you can't, that's a blessing. Knowing that your kid can safely play out there, you know, you have your own space, your own area where your kid can just be a kid, right? That's a blessing. We've always had enough. And when we start, that fear creeps in and you start worrying, you have to start trusting. I've always had enough. God has never let me go without. I've had everything that I need, and you're starting that pivot. There's always going to be a way. Okay, so yeah, you got to get a side hustle, but it's not going to kill you. It's not something that, you know, you're working 600 hours. You're doing a few hours a week. You're doing this. You're balancing it, right? And you can do more if you want to, but you know the balance. 121, 21. Thank you, Spirit. You know, enough is a feast. We always have enough. We don't have to worry anymore. We don't have to live in lack saying we need more. I have more things. I'm trying to get rid of stuff because I just keep piling more and more stuff. I need this, I need that. Then I never needed it in the first place. It was a waste of money, right? You're starting to understand that, man, we can buy a lot of extra crap that we didn't need to buy, right? What if right now you have everything you actually need? And you always do. If you have breath in your lungs and you can calm your mind for 2 seconds, you have everything you need. Because God will always send you where you're needed. He'll find the path. The universe says, okay, you keep showing up, you keep doing you, it's always going to show up. It's always going to work for you. We'll make it work. And every single time, imagine, there's not one person on this earth that can say, there's never been this something that's happened where, like, had this time where you should have died. Something should have been absolutely way worse than it was, and it wasn't. And if you look back, there's not one person on this planet that can say that. Unless you're like, you know, a child, little mini child. I should say not one adult person. There's many children that probably don't know it yet, but when they get older, they would absolutely say that. That's understanding the difference, right? God's there even when we're not listening. The universe is still weaving its web. Our angels are still protecting us. Our ancestors are still showing up. That's too many. Are still showing up no matter what, even when we're not paying attention. Can they intercept and intervene? Not if we're not allowing them to. But they will give a nudge. They will say here until you do wake up, right? They'll still catch you. They're not going to let you crash and burn. Because there's something you're meant to do, right? Maybe you don't know what it is yet, but I promise you, if you're showing up and if you're trying to better yourself every single day, you'll find it. It will show up for you. There's Grace on the swings. There's like 6 kids out there playing. It's the neighbor's friends, I think, but they're so happy. They're all playing together. They're getting along. Like, those are miracles. Those are absolute blessings. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how exciting that is, how happy that makes me. And when you start looking from that perspective, it's a lot easier. These are the gratitude cards. You're learning the self-care part. You can do this. And if you can't do it today, you'll do it tomorrow. You are not a failure. Yes. Like, you're starting to understand those pivots, those adjustments that are sometimes necessary don't mean you're a failure. And if you're never going to get forward, nobody does it perfectly the first time. Adjustments are always going to be required. 124-24. Channel this phrase 10 times today. Today and every day, I am free from self-doubt and self-sabotage. You're showing up for yourself. You're starting to understand those pivots weren't failures. they were blessings. They were all blessings because they've always taught me something. They've always led me exactly where I needed to go. Sometimes you don't notice it till you're already past it and you're on to the next thing and you're like, oh, I needed to learn that, right? And then you start noticing it. And the more you start noticing, the more you start realizing how many times God has saved your ass. Then it's easier to trust. Because then you start trusting, like, wait a minute, I know that should have went way worse and it didn't. I know that should have killed me. I know this should have went real bad and it didn't. Every single one of those times, that was God saving your ass. Plain and simple. When you recover or discover something that nourishes your soul and brings joy, care enough about yourself to make room for it in your life. Take a time out today and treat yourself to an energetic pick-me-up. You're figuring it out. Those pivots aren't punishment. They're meant to pause. They're meant to accept what's going on, to see the silver lining, to find the miracle, to find the blessing, because there always is one. You might not know what it is right away, and sometimes when you're really frustrated and really mad, it's going to take a little minute. But I promise, if you ask to understand what it is, what the blessing is, it will always show up. You will always get your answer. You just got to quiet the mind enough to listen to it. If monks and nuns do not cherish their time of practice, they will have nothing to offer the world. Find peace in your extraordinary efforts. Your work is not in vain. All that work you've done to this point is not a throwaway. You're not self-sabotaging. You're understanding I can keep showing up. Those pivots were not failures. I don't have to feel bad about things when things change. I don't have to beat myself up. I don't have to question those things. Making those adjustments is to make my life easier while I wait for the world to catch up. And that's okay. Good for you. Like, I'm really proud of you because that takes a lot to get to. It's a hard space to get to, and it's not a bad thing. But sometimes it feels like it is, right? When you have to make a pivot, when you have to make that adjustment, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It means that there's more to learn. Deep cellular healing. It takes time. It takes time. One cell at a time. You know how many cells you have? Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. You are your own best friend. Showing up, finding that space of peace, taking that time, adjusting where necessary, finding the silver lining. That allows you to heal. You're giving yourself that time and space. And so maybe you're meant to be famous, right? And you're not quite there yet. You got to balance it out with something else. So what happens, right? Maybe you need to heal enough to get a thicker skin. So when people come in and they have things to say that aren't so nice, right? And guess what? The internet's full of that. Maybe you're not strong enough yet. Maybe that would just beat you down. And I'll tell you, when God gives you something, it's not meant to go away. It's meant to last, right? So you want to make sure you're at your absolute best so you don't just throw it away or you don't see the miracle that it actually is and be able to grab onto it and take that and build from it, right? The Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. That's what I thought it said, but I was struggling to read apparently. This is actually a really good one. They're all good. Angel number 98. All right. Endings, personal power, and abundance. What did I say? 98. There it is. Okay. Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. So clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seas of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw light in everything and everyone. You may have received this card as confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears in a spread, it's a very positive sign, that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also means you may be called to bring to light any unconscious patterns of which you're unaware, to look at them and see them clearly and consciously so they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? How can you see the potential in the situation you're facing? What unconscious patterns are you being called to bring to light? That's really like you're understanding that we all have these patterns, right? You're understanding what your patterns are. You're understanding that those shifts are meant for you to sabotage. They're not meant for you to give up on yourself. They're meant for you to see your absolute potential, to understand that what you're bringing into this world is going to be amazing if you can take the time and put some trust in it, right? And you are. Those pivots, those adjustments, they're made so that when it comes, it stays. 13103. Okay. Okay. Don't send them flying. Hi, Grace. It's time to take action. Those pivots, you know what it is. Bring love into the situation, especially for you. Show up for you first. Balance it out. And then it says, a new romantic cycle begins. You're learning how to love yourself. It doesn't have to be romantic like a new husband or boyfriend or any of those things. You're learning how to love yourself. You're learning that self-love is the only way through. Because until you show up for yourself, people that come into your life, especially romantically, should add to your life. They should complement your life. Okay, you shouldn't have to chase them or beg for this or fight for them. Or neither should they have to support you or make you happy, right? They should be adding to what you already have, willing to work with you, willing to build with you, wanting to make that effort for you, right? And they're not going to know how to do that if you don't know how to do that. And you're learning how to do that. So I'm very happy for you because that's a good space to be in. Really, it takes time, it takes effort. So when you get there, it's something that needs to be celebrated. Those pivots, those adjustments are made exactly for that reason. So when it comes, whatever it may be into your life, you get to keep it. 13232. All right, give me one of the work your light for my Pisces. They got a lot of good things coming. Trust your path. Those pivots, they're not failures. They're so you can learn. So what you're bringing to the forefront, what you are actually creating, bringing to life, can follow you through. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. Like one of my absolute favorites. I've had this card so many times for myself. Angel number 54, which is 9, which is endings that bring new beginnings. One more. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they are waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year, you'll have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. I was just talking about this. I think it was in the Aquarius one, but it's true, right? Those 1,000,000 baby steps. I talk about it all the time. And when you do it that way, it's guaranteed to sink in. And you're guaranteed to get somewhere. And before you know it, you're on the other side going, how the hell did that happen? If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you were planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. If you knew you would be supported no matter what would you do? The universe is, you're showing up and you're trusting it. There's no chocolate in there. That's okay. You're not having no more chocolate right now. You just had a big licorice and all that stuff. You're trusting. You're understanding those pivots, those adjustments, those little things. They're all taking you to your highest good. They're showing you exactly where you got to go. And it's getting you there. And instead of being in fear or lack or failure or any of those things that come when adjustments happen, right? The immediate thoughts that creep into your head, you're starting to say, no, that's not what it is. There's something else to learn. There's another blessing, another lesson around the corner. It's going to lead me to my blessing. What more do I need to learn? That's what you're asking now. Not, why am I failing? Why is this wrong? You're understanding that there's another blessing that's about to come for you. You're understanding that you're weaving your way right to that blessing. You're starting to have faith. It takes a long time to get there, and that's amazing. You're understanding all those pivots, all those little adjustments are leading you exactly where you want to go. And it's going to get you way better than what you, like, whatever it is that you can dream up and imagine, the universe will give you far better. It will always far exceed whatever you could possibly imagine. So when you start understanding that and learning to have that trust, but you can't micromanage. You got to speak it out. You got to start doing the action steps, but you got to let it go. You can't hold on to it so tightly that you feel like a failure when things have to pivot. Oh, it already came out. It snuck right out the bag. And beyond the mind, all that shuffling, and that came out, and solar plexus, stepping through. You're in transformation mode, but you're building confidence in it. You're stepping through the veil, and you're understanding your confidence is key, because once you trust, you're able to be confident. Angel number 20, which is balance. Balance, balance, balance. Hold on. 19, 20. All right. The mind is a wonderful tool for moving us through the logistical elements of life so we can function in the world. However, its endless chatter, self-doubt, limiting stories, and subconscious programs can also keep us in our suffering. One of the fundamental problems with mind chatter is that it takes us out of the present moment. As soon as we are in the past or future, we can no longer be our most empowered in the present. When we are stuck in the past or worrying about the future, we are not in command of our now. All we are doing is draining our energy and removing ourselves from the beauty of this incredible moment where anything is possible. That is not to say we shouldn't plan for the future or honor the past. This message is about bringing our awareness to the present. We are naturally wired to be everywhere but the present moment. Just as we would exercise to keep our body fit and healthy, it is useful to practice being here and now. Learning to find inner spaces of peace and silence, regardless of external circumstances, is one of the greatest gifts we can cultivate for ourselves. Much of Western culture and society pivots on a mind-based paradigm. This has served us in getting from A to B in a very linear way, but it is not holistic, and the cracks are starting to show. We learn that logic is always the right approach. However, more and more people are feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, and anxious, even though we are living more comfortably and with fewer threats. What can we do about this? The answer is learning to just be, even for 10 minutes of your day. There are many techniques to help you quiet the mind. Find the ones that work for you, and as your internal world becomes more peaceful, conscious, empowered, and meaningful, so too will your external world. They are interconnected. True bliss is experienced completely and utterly in the present moment. In essence, it is the feeling we spend so much of our life seeking. Ironically, we have access to this feeling always, without external stimulants or concepts. Allow everything to drop away so you are present. It can take some work, but presence and bliss are totally within your grasp. Commodity-driven society tells us we need to seek things outside of ourselves to feel safe and happy. This thinking keeps us out of the magic. The enlightened soul knows there is so much more. Take a step outside your mind-based concerns or limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by a past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. Step back and clear your mind. Meditate in your own way. In your own way. I'll explain that in a second. Contemplate what the situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Are these concerns even yours? You are controlling your mind. You're finding that balance. You're understanding pivots, adjustments. They're not failures. They're not punishable. It's not something you have to feel bad about. You're saying, I'm doing that so I can stay in balance, so I can stay in the present. I'm doing what works now while I wait for the world to catch up. I'm not going to stay worried about the future. I'm not going to stay stuck in the past of all the things that have happened. I'm going to continue to keep going and finding the blessings. That's true evolution. True evolution. You're doing those pivots, those adjustments are exactly how we learn and grow. That's how we find how to stay in the peace, in the present. That's how we learn and grow for ourselves, and we lead by example when we do that. Sometimes people don't understand that. It doesn't mean that you know you're a leader or that you're doing the thing, but people watch you. They see you. You inspire people without even knowing it. And when you show up and you make those adjustments and you still keep going where you're supposed to be going, and that's what it said. Following your true north. Just one step at a time. Every day doing what makes you happy. What's going to happen? You're going to be happy, and you're going to inspire others to do the same. You're already winning. Those adjustments aren't punishments. Those adjustments are so you can find balance in what works for you. So you can make sure you're making that time. To meditate in your own way. It doesn't mean you have to sit like this. You know, some of us can't even do that now. But I can clean and do it. I can turn my mind off. I can put on, look, give peace a chance. All that shuffling, and it came out again. I'm telling you. It's kind of like the world is understanding that the peace is within us. It's here. They went in the drawer. You got 3. Bathe in divinity. His coming is as brilliant as the sunrise. Habakkuk 3:4. It's already there. You have all of the things. Give peace a chance. Now, this is my favorite one, and I love that it came out again. You're your peace. Where you listen, where you talk to God, how you meditate, how you do the things, your quiet mind, your calm mind, your ability to find gratitude in the smallest of things, your ability to show up and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm doing the best I can, and I'm going to make the adjustments, that's your place of peace. Any adjustments you make aren't failures, they're lessons learned, they're gifts, they're allowing you to get to your highest self. I am leaving you with a gift. Peace of mind and heart, and the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. The world isn't going to give you that. You got to get the world out of your mind. Find that place of peace. Doesn't mean you have to sit in meditation. Get up and dance. Clean your house. Whatever it is that allows your brain to shut off and get out of the past or the future and allows you to stay in the present. That's your space of meditation, and that's okay. And that was John 14:27. You got embrace adventure in your life. Those pivots aren't punishment. Those pivots are so you can learn and get excited about what's to come. Jesus said, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children. Matthew 19:14. All those children outside playing, your inner child, right? We all have that inner child. We all want to be funny and go on adventures and learn new things and be inspired and be in awe. Those are miracles, they're blessings. And when we start looking at things like children, right? The why is this? Why is that? 144:44. Okay. Helping others is helping yourself. For the whole law can be summed up is this one command: love your neighbor as thyself. You're learning to love yourself through all of the changes, all of the adjustments. You're not trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're just being your best self. Galatians 5:14. That pivot is actually going to be the best thing that ever happened because it allows balance. It creates that safety. And not a safety where you're not going to go anywhere. That safety where you can get out of the worry and the fear and the anxiety. Because guess what? They creep in all the time, but it's not about punishing yourself. It's about understanding, well, I can take steps that allow that space, right? That give you that space to still do those things. We're creating safe space, right? We're finding what works for us. And that's exciting. Pisces, y'all, the pivot is the best thing that's going to happen to you. Can I have an angel number for my Pisces? 777. Manifested wisdom. Fulfillment, success, abundance, spiritual growth, and divine support. This message finds you in a time of uncertainty, yet rest assured that you will emerge victorious from any challenges you face. Remember, you possess valuable life experiences and wisdom that can inspire others. Sharing this wisdom will require enthusiasm and effort, but it will make a meaningful impact. Ouch, my shoulder. 777. Ouch. Okay, but you gotta be gentle. I love it. Okay, but you're not gonna get it like that. You're not behaving nicely. Give me a hug. Thank you. I'm almost done. I want my kitty cat. Go play. So 777, you manifested this wisdom. Every single one of those pivots, every adjustment, everything is leading you to that manifested wisdom. Because you know what? When you have wisdom, you can't lose. You know how to learn. You know how to inspire. You know how to pivot. You know how to grow. You know how to give yourself love. You know how to reel it in when you're getting out of control. Wisdom, discernment. You know the difference. What are you doing? Don't get it. You're going to eat all your granola bars? Okay, go eat it. I don't care. But you have, how many have you had already? She's eating all the granola bars. She's eating you out of house and home. No, just kidding. She's eating all the granola bars, though. All right, for my Pisces. That was a good one. 777. Okay, can I have an affirmation for my Pisces? Y'all are doing really good. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, I love this one. I can expand time when I'm inspired. Those pivots. When you start understanding that you're in control of that stuff, and your brain is going to be your biggest hindrance or your biggest blessing, you can allow it to be either, but it's up to you. Still in here in the back. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And then every cell in my body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought I have. And you know what I do? This is just my own personal thing. You don't have to do it, but I talk to my water. I talk to my food. I won't cook if I'm angry. If I'm mad, I'm frustrated, I'm anxious, I will not cook. I refuse. You know why? Because all of that anger, all of that frustration, what's it going to do? It's going to flow into that food. And then we're going to be eating that anger and frustration, putting it back into our body. We just released it out of our body and we're going to put it back in, which is not going to make us feel good. It's not going to make us feel restful. It's not going to make us feel happy. So I make sure I'm happy and I speak love and life into my food, into my water. Every time I see my drink, I look at it and I'm like, thank you. I'm so happy. Let this inspire my cells. Let this help me be a divine connection to source. Allow me to be full of truth and light, right? I say all kinds of things, but they're always affirmations and they're always whatever I feel like I need to be inspired in that moment. And you say and do whatever works for you, but I promise you, and there's actually science to back it up, like legit science. If you go and you look at the way water froze when it was being screamed at and when it was angry, like loud noises, shocking. What was that? That's my kid. I had to make sure. And then when you speak love and light into it, you've seen how the beautiful shapes, the flakes, and how they froze, the designs. There's like just there's more science than science and spirituality are really up there, and they are closer than people really want to believe. But you got to understand that science is just experimentation. It's just learning, and it's just trying to find ways to relate to this. It was just 150.05. What? What? In a moment, when I'm done. But that's when we start understanding that really it's just finding that balance, right? Science is just learning. People like to push science way too far, but there's, in all honesty, it starts out with people trying to understand. And I don't think when we get into experimentation, I don't think we need to do so much crazy stuff. But we also, when you balance science with spirituality, you can find a balance, right? And you will get more answers balancing that way than you will ever being only one or the other. Because they're meant to be bridges. Everything is a bridge. That's the pivot. That's the understanding, right? And I think that's what you're doing. You're getting out of the logic and understanding head and heart coherence is where it's at, right? That's the sweet spot. That's where that pivot isn't painful anymore. That pivot isn't a punishment. It's not an attack against you. It's a pivot. Oh, what else do I need to learn? Help me find what it is so I can be stronger, better. And that's exactly what happens, right? You're not taking it as a personal attack, and that's amazing. And the more you think positive, the more healthy you're going to be, right? The more you speak to your food, speak life, speak love, speak joy into your food, into your water, you're going to feel it. You're literally filling your body with love, right? When you make that space for to pray, to talk to God. I talk to God differently than maybe you do or anyone else, but I talk to God like I'm talking to you right now. I'll have conversations and I'm like, man, I don't understand that. I need to understand that. Yeah, you're right. I need to chill out a little. I'm getting a little rangy, you know. Sometimes we get a little frustrated, and you'll feel it, and you're just saying, "Yep, I see you. I get it. I gotta chill out, right? I'm getting out of control." But it's good because that's when you have that conversation like that. You're able to self-process. You're able to self-soothe. You're able to understand, and you're basically reparenting yourself. You're not punishing yourself anymore for those pivots. And for a long, long time, so I'm really happy. And this is what it says. You're not giving up. You're not doing any of those things. It says, I am committed to bringing forth my greatness. I will no longer play small. You know what those pivots mean. And you know every time there has to be a pivot or an adjustment, what happens? You come out stronger. You come out swinging. You come out more in flow. I am in sync with the flow of life. You're understanding. You trust the universe. You do all the things that you need to do. The neighbor's kids are just smiling in here, waving at me in the window. Oh, you're understanding. That balance is really a special thing. The pivot is the most important point, and that's where the trust has to happen. The trust in yourself, the trust in God, the trust in your angels, your spirit team, your ancestors, because they all play a part. Every single one of them play a part. Right? Every stranger you encounter, every opportunity, every person you meet, there's a space, there's a reason for it. There's something you need to learn, there's something you need to understand, there's a message for you. Sometimes it's so small and minuscule you might even not even understand it. But I promise you, whether it's 10 years down the line, if it was meant for you to understand it, God will make sure you have that memory that says, oh, I remember I talked to that person and they said this. I promise you, God will make sure you are meant to remember it, and you will. And you're starting to trust that. Those adjustments, you're not punishing yourself. You're saying, okay, I'm going to give myself a little love, and even in the fear, even if things don't feel 100% the way I want them to, I'm trusting that it's not going to fail, that everything is going to be okay, and that I'm just learning this so I can be stronger, so when I do get the things that are coming for me, I'm not going to F it up. Because I'm human, and that's what we do. We do best, is we F things up. God is perfect. The universe is perfect. We are not. And we're not punishing ourselves anymore for that. You're starting to trust yourself. That pivot, I need to learn something. I need to understand that. I need to pause because I've been going so long, I'm going to burn out. So maybe I need to just take a step back and give myself some extra love. Go for a massage. Sit out in the yard. Put your feet in the ground. Say thank you. Maybe sometimes, like me personally, if I start to feel heavy, it's because I haven't said thank you enough, right? I just haven't said thank you. Thank you for the beautiful sky. Thank you that my kid gets to play out in this yard. Thank you for this day and the ability to come here even when things feel overwhelming. That's just me personally, but if you ever start feeling heavy like that, try it. Thank you. There's a million things to be grateful for, and it's really hard to feel heavy and weighed down and upset when you're happy, when you're grateful. And there's always something to be grateful for. Those miracles that I was talking about, they're everywhere. And when you start noticing them, those pivots get less scary. Because if you can see miracles at every blink of the eye, everywhere you turn your head, how could you possibly worry? Right? And the idea isn't, worry comes up. It's going to happen. But you can catch it and you can notice it, those pivots. That pivot also means your mind. You're learning how to control your mind. You're learning how to pivot, how to redirect, how to say, nope, that's not happening today. I'm not going to let that weigh me down. I'm going to focus on what's in front of me right now, and I'm going to deal with that. And this doesn't get to be here. And as long as I keep focusing here and following what makes me happy, God is going to take care of me. And it's the truth. Trust is a hard thing to acquire, but you're learning. And the only way to learn is through those adjustments, through those pivots, right? Because if we were left to our own design and free will, yes, we have it. But when we start co-creating with the universe, when we start listening and hearing and understanding that those pivots are to teach us our resilience, our strength, to make us understand, don't just give up because it's there. Hi, Brock Lesnar. Hi, Bob Manlett. How are you? Welcome, welcome. It's just meant to bring us peace and joy. You came in right at the end. You missed all the time. You could have said such nice things, but I'm glad you waited till the end because this was a really good reading, and I didn't want to spend negative energy. I hope you're having a blessed day. That's what I have for my Pisces. You guys, that adjustment is really a great thing. Don't ever let it be something that hinders you or makes you feel like a failure. Understand that adjustment is just adjusting you right into your highest best self. So that's what I have for my Pisces. Aquarius and Pisces, different stages completely. One already past the trust, stepping out, understanding, and just diving right in. That's the Aquarius. Pisces, you're just starting to find that balance. You're starting to understand that those adjustments require trust. First, you have to trust yourself so you can trust God, so you can trust the universe, right? And you're learning to do that. You're learning that they're not punishment. They're actually sending you exactly where you need to go. And they're going to get you in front of just the right people, just the right places, just the right things. Trust is earned, right? It's not something you just give away. You have to have discernment, and it takes time. Trust is earned. It's not given. And you're learning that for yourself. And what you're learning is every time you've looked at the miracles, every time you've looked at the things that have went your way, what's happened? Every single time you can see where God stepped in and saved your ass. Where God stepped in and made sure you were okay. That's trust being built. Maybe it takes you a moment to sit back and recognize it. Maybe it takes a minute of getting out of the chaos to see how many times it's happened. But there's been many of them. And you're starting to understand that. That trust is starting to show because you've seen it's been being earned this whole time. Even though you didn't want to see it or weren't ready, it's been happening, whether you wanted to see it or not. And now you're starting to understand that that pivot is just earning that trust. And you're seeing it and you're understanding it. And you're learning to flow with it. June is going to be a good month. Just remember those adjustments, those pivots, they're not punishment. They're meant to show you exactly how amazing you are, and they're meant for you to see how crazy the universe can weave its web to your highest, best good when you learn how to trust. This is a good reading, Pisces. I'm really proud of y'all. This is what I have. It's coming up on 2 hours. And it went by pretty quickly. This was 2 really good readings. I appreciate every single one of you guys for showing up. Y'all are amazing. What, Miss Grace?
Why are the bubbles in this one red?
So, because it's cleaner. Don't be playing in it. That's what I have for you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get out of here and make some food for my starving kid who's just not going to make it.
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner? Nothing. I'm going to starve.
I don't want stuff.
You don't want to starve? Okay. That's what I have. I love you guys. Simone and God Will Never Fail Us. Thank you so much. Winstone, you're amazing. I got to make sure I get my shout outs. Goga, every single one of you that stopped in, hung out, just showed up for me like you always do. You're absolutely amazing. No matter what happens, we're going one step at a time, and we're getting there. We're building, but we may not be building huge exponentially. We're building slowly. We're building intentionally, and you know what happens when you do that? It's not going to go away, because your people are going to be your people from the day one, right? No matter what happens. And it's a much better foundation, right? We're building out from the solid foundation, and that's exciting. Even with the wild ass child. I love your glasses, bud. You're cute. Okay, say bye, everybody. No, ow, I'm getting off here.
Why?
Because I'm done. Say bye. Have a good day.
I'm gonna tell them that. Don't forget to love your cats.
And you tell them what?
Don't forget to love your cats.
Don't forget to love your cats. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you more than you know. And I'll be on tomorrow, same time, and it will be another 2 signs. I'm not sure who it is, but if you're going to be here tomorrow and you want me to do yours, just write it in the comments below, and we'll go from there. If you're here tomorrow, I'll see who's here first in the when I start, and whoever's here, that's who we will do, whatever sign that is, and we'll do the next ones. Okay, I love you guys. I appreciate you more than you know, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye. 202:20. I love it. Okay.